Get your joy up, embrace this brand new day. Let light and love fill you up. Get your morning cup of Jubilee. So much goodness waiting, so much overflow. All this anticipation. Morning cup of Jubilee. Faith, love, and joy, the equation. Feeding your soul, you're amazing. Daily you're celebrating. Morning cup of Jubilee.
Good morning. You have tuned in to Morning Cup of Jubilee. I hope you got your mugs. Listen to today's play of the day, and we'll be right back.
Don't come out until when I free your heart and save yourself until when I free your heart and don't come out until when I free your heart and save yourself until when I free your heart and
I hope you enjoyed today's play of the day. Go ahead and stream it, download it, purchase it. The link is in the description. Today's episode is dedicated to my former therapist, Dr. Felder. This woman was glue, okay? She helped me stay together during one of the most tumultuous times of my life. And because she knows God's word and because she has a heart for people, exceptionally loving and truthful and kind, she helped me heal in so many ways. And so today, I honor you, Dr. Felder. Thank you. And I wish I could have brought her with me to Maryland, but it didn't work out. But I love you, Dr. Felder. Thank you. And this book is dedicated to Dr. Felder. It is time for today's sip of inspiration. And now y'all know I'm a teacher at heart, right? So we got a little read aloud. And today's book this is not for children though. This book, you got 18 or up, all right? But this is my latest book. I released it a few years ago, The Crisis and the Crown by yours truly. And so I wrote this book as I was going through my divorce as a way to get my emotions out, get my feelings out, to process them, and also to find out where I would land in terms of what I learned from the journey, because I believe it's important for us to not just go through processes, but to also learn from them. Otherwise, they're destined to repeat. And so I look for the jewels. And so in this book, I've written several jewels. They're called Jubilee's jewels. What a surprise. Ha! And this jewel is jewel number 5, and it's called Face the Fire. And it starts by saying, my healing journey started on my bedroom floor. What had my life come to? I felt stuck. I felt suffocated at church and at home. I felt like I wasn't walking toward my destiny and answering the call of God on my life as it related to music, ministry, and even some days as a mom. I knew the call was greater than singing on the praise and worship team daily or weekly. Some days I felt like I was going to lose my mind trying to stay on top of everything: laundry, cooking, cleaning, wifing, mothering, praying, shopping, working, and everything else that goes with being a wife and a mom with a high-stress full-time job as a school principal. God had been good to us, but through the years, there were some key conversations that were never had, some insecurities that were never shared or dealt with, and they would eventually lead to the demise of our marriage. I was dying inside because I felt unseen, unheard, and uncared for in my marriage. My voice had been snuffed out for the sake of image, pride, religious legalism, and the approval of people. Fear grew in me, and I no longer challenged the unhealthy, harmful behaviors such as gaslighting, verbal and emotional abuse, stonewalling, and abandonment that I had experienced over the years. And so I'll pause there, right? But today's sip of inspiration is entitled From Suffocation to Shining. And that is how I felt. I felt suffocated in my marriage. I felt suffocated at church. I felt like I was not able to grow and expand and become who God called me. And so if you remember, last week's episode was entitled Make Room for More. And I used the analogy of one of the plants that was in my kitchen that was thriving and doing well and growing. And then suddenly it started dying and I was confused. And my mom told me, she was like, you forgot one thing in that story, which I'll get to in a moment. But I was that plant. That was me, with the roots that were trying to expand but didn't have room to grow because they were suffocated and the pot was too small. And my mom, this part she said I was missing was that she had to cut the pots. I forgot about that. At this point, I had a bilateral mastectomy and was walking around with 4 drains. So excuse me if I didn't remember everything. But mommy had to cut the pot to let the roots out. And I forgot about that, right? And so God had to do that in my life and cut me out of situations, right? Including marriage, because it was suffocating me, to get me out of unhealthy, toxic situations that were restricting me and stopping me from being able to shine and from being able to expand. So I want to encourage you again to shine and to be mindful of the fact that it is okay that you might have to just cut some things, some people, some places off so that you can be free, so that you can flourish, so that you can prosper, so that you can go through your process and get to your promise. And I never, ever, 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 ever wanted a divorce. I never wanted one. But it became apparent when I was on the bedroom floor that I referred to in my book that became what was necessary in order for me to be free, in order for me to move away from being suffocated and to move towards shining as I am now. And so I'm not grateful that I had to go through that experience, but I am grateful for what my yes to God has produced in my life, which is my ability to shine. And so that is today's sip of inspiration. Go ahead and shine on. Don't forget to tune in every week, 7:30 Wednesday mornings. Until next time.